Hey, it's a good sign when you have to unplug and plug your microphone in like 3 or 4 times, right? That means it's functioning very good. Hello. Well, hello. I didn't see you come in. I know I just spoke to you, but I have a bit I've been doing. Do you enjoy the bit? I do. How's it going? What's up, folks? Technical difficulties have thankfully been very minor today, which is nice. Ah, Spirit, hello. Welcome. You're just in time. We're going to be doing some art today. What are we going to be drawing? That's the secret. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll figure something out, though. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. I'm very pleased with how it's turned out. Yeah, it's turned out surprisingly cohesive for how many individual bits I've put together over time. That said, lately I have found myself bitten by the bug. I do kind of want to reinstall Blender and see if I can do some 3D stuff too. It's been a minute. Last time I was doing that, I was making ships for Space Engine, which I also haven't streamed in a long time. We might get back to that at some point. Heck, we might get back to this week, depending on how. Oh, that one's. Yeah, that game is very, very chill. Love it. Blender is also surprisingly usable for 3D modeling software. I found it a lot more intuitive than other stuff I've tried. And hey, it's free, so always worth checking out. Yeah, the floating stuff is a mix between... Some of these are move filters, and some of these are shaders. I believe the pizza box is an oscillating shader, and then the spinning mug is a move filter. The interface is a little weird. All 3D modeling software kind of has this thing where it seems like it was made for aliens, but once you get used to the keyboard shortcuts and where everything is, it's a little better than like a 3ds Max or something like that. Sort of. Some of them are a little more intensive than others. I do a lot with source mirrors and source clones, so that anything that has to get rendered more than once is just a clone. So it only really takes up the resources of one thing. Alright, let's see here. Let me make sure my tablet's actually plugged in. Oh, and I should probably actually boot up Fire Alpaca. There we go. And... I don't currently have any open, but, I mean... I'm not opposed to taking commissions. Thank you. Let's see, one of these buttons does what I want. That's the one. I think the last time I took commissions was, really long time ago. I mentioned before there was a big gap where I just kind of fell off the wagon about doing art regularly. I had some issues with my hands, but those seem to have pretty much gone away, mysteriously. So I've been getting back into it. Let's see. Oh yeah, you got that tablet recently, right? Yeah, it's, let's see. Oh, that's no good. Ah, it's a display tablet. Yeah, I feel you on that. Definitely worth getting into, though. Yeah, I haven't used a display tablet, so my experience there is a little out of sorts. I actually still have an Intuos 4 that I bought back in, I want to say, the early to mid 2000s, something like that. It's just kind of followed along with me. Let's see. Let's grab pencil, pick a color, and just kind of freewheel, kind of vibe. What do we want to do? Oh yeah, it's, I'd be lying if I said that was easy. That is very difficult to get over. It's something that, like, it either clicks with you or it really, really doesn't. Like, right now, like, just looking over at the chat and just kind of moving over the tablet, like, it feels perfectly natural to me, but it took a very long time to get into this. I've been... Like, the longest stretch I drew in one go was probably from, I started in high school with, you know, traditional materials, and then I got into digital art. I got one of the very early Wacom tablets, and from that point on, just, I'm stuck in the Zero Display gang. Oh, I know what we should do. I mentioned... couple streams ago, I want to work on getting kind of a consistent look for my various Blorbos. They've all been a little, what I would call morphologically inconsistent lately. I feel like each of them I've only really been happy with once. And I've never really done ref sheets or turnarounds, so something like that might be interesting. So let's see here. Oh, right. Fire Alpaca does something interesting with lines. I keep trying to do the old Photoshop shortcut where you hold down Shift to make something go straight, but this does point to point, like so. Kind of got to eyeball it, which is fine by me. Actually, wait a minute. I missed the very obvious option here. Bilateral symmetry. There we go. Much easier. Like so. Little vertical line there, get the center point. And then let's begin. I want to get this as consistent and proportional as possible. So we're going to start with the head here. Make sure it's about the right proportions. And let's see. I can never remember. Oh, also, I completely forgot. There we go. There's my little art slideshow. That'll rotate through anything I've put in there. And with luck, we'll have something new to toss in there soon. So let's see. Oh, there's a thing I downloaded that has the generally accepted proportions for humanoid figures. Where did I put that? Is that not in my doodling folder? Where else would I put it? Ah, yeah, here it is. There you go. So, generally, 6 heads tall. Generally. Emphasis on generally. And a little shortcut you can use is for things that are not like on an exact division, usually about halfway. So you got, let's see, hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And I can already tell I've gone a little too long. This is something that's been bugging me lately. I tend to draw everyone a little longer and skinnier than they ought to be. Which is not a problem when I'm drawing our favorite boy over there, Steve. But is a problem for other ones. I'm always saying I want to draw a little looser, a little faster, and then here I go, right out the gate, like, hey, how many heads tall is a human? Let me painstakingly draw these all out. 2, 6. There you go. There you go. That's pretty close. All right. There, and then on the bottom, and about the halfway point at 3. The staff, you say? Oomst? Ah, yes. The staff, of course. And of course, you have to make sure, you have to have both sides of the staff, because if you only have one, the staff is going to be too short. Or too long, one of the other ones. God, we watched that like last month, didn't we? That's a good-ass movie, though. Let's see. So here's kind of the halfway thing I was talking about a minute ago. Shoulders, like where the arms actually attach. You can put it kind of at a halfway point in that first head there. Now, shoulders are generally 2 heads wide, but as you may have guessed, we're starting with Steve, and Steve is a skinny boy. So he's got very slim shoulders. Let's see, and then hips will be right about here at the halfway point, down to the legs, however... Hang on. Oh, right, before I switch back to that one, I need to very carefully make an edit, because I noticed there was an issue that the Twitch cops may have a problem with, so I'll be right back. Well, I mean, I'm still here, but I need to make some very discreet edits. One moment. If I can figure out which of these windows closes my capture. It's one of these. There it is. Oop. All right, give me a second. Okay, and then 5. Kind of ran out of space, but you get the point. Whoop, there we go. Alright, yeah, no, I goofed it up already a little bit. At the exact halfway point is the groin, not the actual hips. The hips are about the halfway point. So I took my own advice and then immediately disregarded it. As I am wont to do. Let's back up to... Nope, not 15. 10. There we go. So... And yet, paradoxically, I find myself second-guessing, because now he feels too short. Well, numbers don't lie. Except when they do. Hang on, do they, though? 2, and then down there. confounds me. Typically, how I do this normally when I'm not trying to adhere to something is, let me show you. Start with the head. Well, no, I start with like a little line, and then I put a head on, and then I do the neck right about here. Like so. Hips. Legs. Hands. That's not supposed to be, he's not supposed to be flipping you off. He's giving the thumbs up. There you go. Like so. That's how I generally freehand things. But then, actually, look at that. That's actually pretty close. Ha! See? Look at that. I second-guessed myself for nothing. Alright. Slim shoulders, slim hips. I should probably turn symmetry back on. That would be helpful. And I know I said earlier that the groin is the halfway point, but we're kind of freewheeling here. Steve is a bit, like, longer, skinnier. I feel like I've mentioned on stream, he's supposed to be exactly 5 feet tall, but, like, rail thin. So let's put a foot about here. Actually, let me do the line of the foot heading down. Like so. Then the foot. And then exact halfway point here will be where your knees are. Oh, I just realized I completely forgot to ask. Hey, Deneb, how's your night going? How's things? Yeah, I hear you on that. Some days, that is more inescapable than others. Paradoxically, I'm actually having, how many times have I said paradoxically today? I'm actually having a pretty decent day. Like, work was bad, as it often is, but I arrived home with, like, a newfound energy that I haven't had in some time. Like, I don't know where it came from. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe because well, no, I didn't sleep well. I also didn't sleep for the amount of time that I probably should. I stayed up too late, as I'm wont to do. It might have been the Mountain Dew Orange Kickstart I got on the way home. It might have been... No, I think it was that. I think process of elimination, that's probably gotta be it. Let's see. Arms. How long are arms? Arms are fucking tricky. Arms from shoulder to hand. 3 heads, generally. Which gives you, kind of at the wrist, 1 head and then another head. You can kind of see in my freewheel over here, sticking sort of close to it. Like, it's a decent rule of thumb for arms. But the wrist does add a little bit of extra length to it, is the tricky part. Up to the shoulder. Here. Generally, when your arms are at your sides, they come right to the top of your thigh here. Generally. Otherwise, they'd put pockets in different places. And we're just gonna kind of put a little... Gonna put a shape here for the hand. We're gonna burn that bridge when we get to it later. Hands are hard. We will have to do them at some point. Now, let's see. We should probably start fleshing this boy out. Alright, so you got little bit of the gap in the ribcage right here. JoJo again, huh? Is there a new one coming out? I think the last time I watched JoJo, it was about 1/3 of Stardust Crusaders. Really? People always said Stardust Crusaders was the best one. 2 and 4. 2's the one with Jonathan, right? I remember that being pretty good. I never saw part 4. It kind of fell into the same black hole that most TV shows fall with me, where I am really, really into it for a while, and then I just get depressed and stop watching. Yes, indeed, a draw stream. Welcome to the stream, Khaki. How is it going? I'm having... It may not look like it, but trying to adhere to proportions has placed me into an existential nightmare from which there is no escape. Wait, they actually fucked up your order? Like, for realsies? Damn. That's rough. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Oh, nice. Ah, fuck, that reminds me. There's some mini corn dogs in the other room. I'm gonna snag like 2 or 3 more of those. I'm gonna refill my drink and I'll be back. I need to ponder the enigma that are arms. I'll be back. Don't go nowhere. Oh, hey, now that my microphone's in one place, I don't have to add a filter that makes it sound like I'm in the other room, because I actually am in the other room. Yeah, that works. All right, I'm back. Ugh. I back now. Whereas before, I was a coward, cowering in the face of proportions and arms and things like that. Now, we're gonna put some flesh on this boy. I'm steeled by having a handful of mini corn dogs. Please enjoy the gross eating noises. Only the best for you. So I realized during the 45 seconds I was in the other room, the thing that gives me pause about putting flesh on Steve here is that it's always funnier when I draw him with tube limbs. Just like no muscle. He's got no muscle definition. Just tubes. Now, a little bit, just to suggest the forearm. Because you want a little bit there, so that like when you're doing foreshortening or anything like that, you'll actually know where the halfway point of the arm is. But beyond that, same thickness, just a noodle with a hand on the end. All right. Here's a trick I learned for legs. And Khaki, as the actual artist in chat here, you can tell me if this is accurate or not. I once heard that for calves and ankles, what you do is you draw a little angry face. Like so. What, seriously? Like, in what way? Oh. I mean, I guess purely by technicality, sure. Oh, hang on, I put it's too high. I should probably attach the ankles to the actual feet. Well, you'll have to catch me first. That's the trick. And then we got some kind of shapes down here for feet. Feet are also bad. We'll get to those at some point. All right. This is the tricky part. So all the interesting stuff's here, but it's very hard to draw. So in your actual skeleton, you got like a spine and a pelvis. In theory, anyway. Who could say for sure? But how this renders, I always seem to have trouble with making the body too long and just having too much of this like middle section here. There's a particular Steve art where he's very, very long. You'll see it in the rotation. It'll come up at some point. Yeah, I've seen how you do like a blocked out shape for the skeleton. Like,
All right.
Hello. Welcome. Hi.
Since you're asking, I'm stretching my back. My spine, my poor spine. Oh god. I need to move around more.
Mood. Yeah, you do like a little like 3D kind of block out like this, right?
Yes and no. So it's a couple of things. My shorthand has gotten that is the other thing to note. Everything here is a shorthand, and mine has developed over the years. When I was younger, I was in Boxel, as we like to call it. I made everything out of 3D primitives, specifically boxes. I was constantly, this is why my Sona is the way that it is. It used to just be a box with an eyeball because I'd have so many fucking boxes on the page, and then I'd be like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Might as well. But the way I used to do it, and this is because I watched a lot of modern day James and studied a lot of Scott Robertson, was that I would construct literally everything out of some kind of rectangular prism. That actually isn't a very good way to learn, in my opinion. I think it's a good way to try to see something every now and again, especially if you're working very heavily in perspective. But for the majority of figures, that is asinine. It's unnecessary, really. So what I actually do, and you've noticed this a bit more, is that I have a specific shape that I like to use. For basically the entire body, because the very fun thing you'll figure out about the human form and most organic materials is that there's usually like one kind of shape that is repeating throughout the entire thing.
Really?
Yes, and with people and a lot of animals, this is kind of like a oblong triangle.
I think I made our boy too wide.
Perhaps. Like what I normally do, and I will
moving selections doesn't.
I'll stream a little bit in the Discord so you can see it. No one else can.
Oh, symmetry is only for the pen.
But don't mind that. Normally, like this is, I think this is a scalene, right? Because isosceles is equal on both sides. This is a scalene triangle, but what I do is I kind of round it like that. And the fact of the matter is, this is a whole lot of shapes. This can be a foot if you know how to put the right things in order, right? This can be an arm, so that's my bicep. It's
more or less symmetrical.
Then that's the forearm. You see? So this is genuinely all it is. It's just me making shit out of 1,000 triangles that I clean up as I go.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're doing.
Like, and this is the trunk. I can kind of carve that out. These are the other thing I'm constantly doing is that I mark a handful of very specific bony landmarks.
Oh, yeah, like the sternum right there, and then the bottoms of the rib cage.
The bottoms of the rib cage is one thing. The thing that I'm always marking out, and I've done this ever since I realized where they were, is the clavicle.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I never feel like I do the clavicle right.
The clavicle
let me
is...
pop over here. And...
I see. You've got it pretty much there. And the reason I do the clavicle is because the clavicle defines a handful of very important things. For one, it tells you where the shoulders are. It tells you, it kind of defines the top of the rib cage. It's where the sternocleidomastoid, which are those big muscles on your neck that sort of curve. You've got them on this figure.
The what?
Sternocleidomastoid. That is what it is called.
The what?
Sternocleidomastoid.
All right, purely from compound words, I can almost guess what that is.
Yes.
That's the muscles that are like on your chest, right?
No, go up to the throat of your figure, right?
Right here.
Oh,
are you talking about these things?
Yep, you see those two lines?
Yeah.
That is your sternocleidomastoid.
See, I never knew what that was. Okay, that's good to know.
And the thing about the sternocleidomastoid is that it's basically how you can tell the rest of the throat-ish area works. So basically, your neck down to your chest is defined by the sternocleidomastoid, and you can actually track the position of the jaw and the ears and the back of the neck with that one thing. The other and the last...
Right, because those attach right underneath your ears, basically, right?
And the third and last thing, and the reason why I, once I found this out, I could never stop using it, is that the sternocleidomastoid, or not the sternocleidomastoid, the clavicle, because we were talking about that. The clavicle defines the trapezius. The trapezius is the biggest muscle in your body, and it's on your back. And that is what actually defines stuff like your shoulders. Or rather, your deltoid, because your deltoid is the muscle that's on your shoulders. Yeah, it's on your spine. So if you'll allow me to demonstrate, I will.
Oh yeah, like pop back over here.
Here.
For the record, I'm not restreaming this to the stream because you can't show that on a Christian Twitch stream. I have one joke. That's it. That's all I got.
No, it's fine. We all know why I really learned anatomy, right? This is the other thing I do. Ball is a head. I mark where the eyes are, and then the thing is that the brow of the nose will always line up with the jaw. Yeah. So I can always just do that, and then this will always do that.
Yeah. I used to do faces exactly like that. I learned it from I don't even remember the name of the website. It was very much like one of them like early 2000s how to draw manga sort of things. But like I would do like a ball for like the top of the head and then do line for the face. Like so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way they all teach you to do it. Yeah. That is the way they all teach you to do it. And the reason I don't do it like that is because unless you already know how the cheekbones are being defined, and you can mentally map out specifically, because if I draw this with a bit more structure, you'll see this is the side of the head.
Yeah, right? You gotta know where this the side of the head is.
Recess. This is the cheekbone, and then that's how the plane curves down. And if you draw stuff like armor, you can already kind of see like this looks like a almost like a stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah. And I kind of wound up in I kind of wound up in exactly the same sort of situation where, like, I kind of use this as the be all end all. And the problem is that it always just ended up like I ended up with a lot of this just the same head shape.
Yeah, no, this is the I have that issue a bit too.
Like this is as you can tell by the puffy cheeks here. This is meant for like anime faces.
Yeah, that's the number one thing that a lot of people who are learning to draw don't the books that they use never teach them. Everything a book is ever teaching you is really a shorthand. And if you don't understand the principle of what it's trying to do, if you don't understand how line and shadow work, you're never going to actually be able to.
You saw what I did.
Yeah, I saw it. If you don't understand that, you're never going to be able to apply it to other things.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
We've got this head here. We've got this little head. Now I'm gonna take, because like you said, we've pointed out, from this jawline is usually where the ear goes down, right? And then here on the chin, right? This is where the sternocleidomastoid is. And then if I draw this triangle, you see how?
Oh, yep, that's the clavicle. Yep.
This is where the clavicle would begin. What I've actually drawn here is not the front, I've drawn the back. This is the trapezius. But the trapezius is where a lot of other stuff sits. Your trapezius is what's holding most of your body upright.
Oh, yeah, those are those like big triangle-shaped muscles coming right off your spine, yeah?
Yes.
Ah, okay, so I thought that name sounded familiar.
Now that I've drawn the trapezius, I know where the sternocleidomastoid ends. I can draw the clavicle. This now tells me where the shoulders are. I can fix the trapezius, right? And then from here, extend that, right? That's the sternum.
Yeah.
And this is where the ribs fold, right? Understand that the rib cage is just an oblong egg.
Yep.
Right? It's got 3D form. And now, understand that's your wingspan, right? And those are your armpits.
Oh, that goes right up against the rib cage.
Yep. There's usually a bit more fat on this, but that's why whenever you haven't eaten a lot, like if you feel it right now, this is the other thing you got to do. Take your thumbs and jab them right under your armpits, not into them, because that's very painful. But in that where your ribs are supposed to be, take your thumbs, do that.
I'm gonna do this right now.
It's not a lot there, is there?
No, there really isn't.
Nope.
No, it just goes right on there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you would think there'd be more.
And so this is how I actually figure this stuff out. And then, of course, you know, there's other sort of things that I wind up using. Sometimes I use a ball to fit the socket where I draw these other things. I sometimes use the lightning bolt method, is what we call it, to draw the arms really quickly. Depending on how I'm doing with a piece, it's different techniques, different little tricks is what my professor used to say, in order to figure your way out around a piece. I don't even see this little handlebar part to the pelvis. I don't even normally always draw that.
I could never get those down.
Oh, hey, someone else.
Ah, Ken Wolf, welcome. That method of ball and shape for the head is honestly always badly explained. It's part of the Loomis head subtraction method, and always, without a doubt, misses several points, such as the slice up for the side. Yep. Setting of pointers for the bone, cheek, and brow. Yeah, exactly. It is designed for one thing and one thing only, or at least in the form that it was taught to me. It was to draw anime heads. And that's it.
And even then, the other key thing you have to understand with a lot of those people who are like selling anime how to draw books, and they still do this, is that they've identified how to break this down to a very specific kind of stylistic niche without also understanding form and space. Because if you look at their 3D art, these motherfuckers can't shade worth a damn.
I mean, same. I try, but it's hard.
You try, but you have to. That's the big thing. You have to understand 3D space and perspective and form in order to do that.
I barely understand
Shadow,
3D space in real life.
buddy. Me too. Light and shadow are horrifically complicated. Like, oh my god, there's math you get to use for it, Cal, and you know I don't like math.
Same. Not a big fan of numbers. They're always trying to trick you.
Exactly.
Oh, but yes, welcome to the stream, Ken Wolf. We are we're doing the Build-A-Boy workshop. We're drawing our favorite little dude over there. You may notice his bobblehead. We're drawing Steve, except we're drawing him fancy like. We're actually sticking to proportions, or trying to anyway. Khaki is instructing me in another window. I can't re-stream it because there's just...
I can move to a different canvas.
No, it's funnier if I keep having to add caveats.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the bilateral symmetry tool in Fire Alpaca is a lifesaver, which is why I keep forgetting it's there. It's very helpful for this sort of thing, though. I have never, believe it or not, never done, like, a turnaround like this.
I have to for my class.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll
That
be
tracks.
doing a number of these, actually, very soon.
Ah. Yeah, no, I've
This
always just
shorthand
kind of
you
freewheeled.
currently Yeah, that's normally what I do, and that's why all of my proportions are always all over the place. If you go back to the window, you can see what I've kind of done is this. This is also part of the lightning bolt method.
Oh, yeah, for doing legs, because you got the
Yep.
knee at the point. So let me just...
It's not actually all that good.
demonstrate.
The lightning bolt method is very good if you're trying to get a quick pose down with a good bit of gesture. But as you probably know me, I'm one of those freaks that likes a lot of meat on my thing.
Mhm.
I really do. Tell me if you can guess why my canvas can't be streamed. But like, it's very good if you're just trying to get something out quick and dirty. As you saw, this is just whenever I make feet, it's just like 3 triangles. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, no, I try to stick to fundamental shapes for feet and hands as much as possible. I should
Legs,
probably stop
once again,
stalling and actually do
triangles.
these. Yeah, that's all triangles.
Once again, triangle. And it's just sometimes Ethan Becker refers to it as a lemon wedge. Or maybe it's not Ethan Becker, but somebody else. But this is the main idea. You get the gesture of it, and then there's a specific shape that you can kind of apply to everything that helps you understand. It's important that it helps you understand how it's actually moving in space.
Yeah. That is the ultimate endpoint of a lot of these things. They have to work for you.
Yeah, no. There's like, look at all these fucking lines I've drawn.
Oh yeah, quite a few.
I don't like the way this looks and or feels. So you know what I normally do? I take one of these huge ass brushes, and then I go balls to the wall, and I do the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is I like to know the direction of a thing a lot earlier on. So as you can see, suddenly I'm hitting Control Z a lot more. There's way more space. I'm being a lot more loose and free with it. And what I'll actually then come in and do is turn my brush, and this is a lovely little feature of Clip Studio Paint. I will turn it into a transparent brush, which means it is now effectively an eraser.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're doing there.
And this is the other thing my professor explained to me early on. Dude's fucking smart. I don't like to draw like how a lot of people like to draw. I like to draw like how most people like to paint.
Yeah, you're very heavy on like using like doing a lot of strokes for lines, which I am guilty of doing sometimes. I try to avoid it. When I was in art, when I was very briefly in art school, they called that petting your lines.
Petting, feathering, you can't really do it with a pencil, is the key thing. Because if you do this, now let me switch to a pencil. Fucking, it looks bad. That is not what I am doing. I literally, I put a bunch of shit down and I keep putting more and more shit down, and then I erase it. And this is because I like to think of, if we will come over here.
I think I drew Steve's arms upside down.
Hey, you can actually restream this. She's not naked. Look, she's not naked. She's got fat tits, but she's not naked.
That's perfectly safe for work.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you the real reason though, because I don't want to set up another window capture.
That's fine.
I'm glad I had this one set up in advance, because it was a struggle.
It's totally fine, sir. But like, if you look over here, I'm literally just playing with 2 colors, right?
Yeah.
If I really wanted to be spicy, I'd add in a third, a highlight. You see?
Yeah, I see.
But this is how my head is working at like all times. This kind of let me draw the cube, because I now need to draw the cube.
We love to draw the cube.
Lasso fill, right? I'm
drawing a hand on the stream right now. Pray for me.
Ooh. Godspeed, soldier. But there, look, it's the cube, and then as you can see,
that's the cube.
I erase away, and now you can see 3-dimensional space.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's more or less when I do shading. I try to do something similar, where I have a highlight color, a shade color, and I guess the third one would be the normal color. But I pick a different one for each figure.
And then a shadow, and then if I were to actually add lines to it, the shadow would be the black, and that would be the outline. I'm gonna use a different brush.
I think that's too few fingers. People generally have 5 of these.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I do is that I cheat in my dynamic sketching. There would be people who call me a cheater for the way that I draw my lines. I actually flip the canvas to make it easier.
Oh, I do that all the time. I just haven't done this because since it's bilateral, there's not much point.
Now, as you can see, look at that. Look at that cube.
Yeah, Trixie. Works well.
Yeah. Always think in terms of the mid-tone of shadow and a light. That's all it takes, baby. Understanding light and form.
Okay.
Come back to this. I can do the same with black and white. It's just more of a pain in the ass. But like, now I'd come in, because this is the way I like to work. I like to my professor called it carving out the anatomy.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I made the index finger too long.
And then, because now that I've got this very basic skeleton, I know where everything is supposed to go. Well, I claim to. I'm faking it till I make it.
That's how you gotta do it sometimes.
Oh no, I don't mean the perspective, Ken Wolf. No. What I am referring to is a class that's sometimes peddled around on the internet called dynamic sketching, in which you learn a good chunk of the class is focused on draftsmanship, actually, and you are very, very heavily recommended, if not outright forced, to work exclusively in pen and ink, to force you to develop better draftsmanship. I hated doing that. I tried it over and over again, and it just made me want to kill someone. So I didn't. And I still did some of the exercises, but of course, I did it with my medium of choice, and I would recommend everyone do the same at their minimum. Um, but like, you're supposed to be able to draw these lines from any angle without zooming in, because that's what fucking what's his face says you're supposed to do. I don't do that because I think it's dumb. I have a scroll wheel for a reason, and you're not stopping me. What was the bastard's name? I don't even remember. But just the C folder, textbooks. No, I forgot. I've forgotten where I put everything again.
Yeah, mood. When I started getting back into drawing, I very specifically had to create a new folder for stuff, because otherwise, everything is just kind of scattered across 900 Dropbox folders.
Oh, I've got that too. I've got a very robust system. I just also
God, look at this. Look at what I'm doing here. I'm getting in the Control Z loop.
Yeah, that's the reason they force.
Let me tell you.
That's the reason they force you to use pen and ink in those classes.
Let me tell you, neither Leonardo nor Da Vinci ever Control Z'd a line.
You're right. They just used a specific material and technique that made it so they never had to.
Precise.
That is the other thing that we kind of. God rest his soul, Kim Jung-gi. He and a number of other artists have kind of perpetuated the myth that perfect draftsmanship is kind of like a requirement for professional grade, and it's what you should be aspiring to. And I will say straight up, you shouldn't have bad draftsmanship. Draftsmanship is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
That being said,
I should refill my drink, actually.
I have performed fucking Joker's trick of Leonardo da Vinci. Back in the Renaissance, artists did not use pencils. They had not been invented yet. Do you know what they used, Cal?
Didn't they just use, like, charcoal?
Nope.
What did they use?
Silver.
Sorry?
They took silver.
Silver.
Yes. And they would make styluses of it. And that is how they sketched things.
That is extremely cool. I never knew that.
So the science of it, I don't fully remember, but the bit is that if you use silver on stuff like gesso material, it leaves a certain mark, and over time, this is the reason it actually turns red. Why all those sketches are in red? It wasn't because they were using red graphite. It's because it oxidized.
Huh? Yeah, I suppose that tracks.
And so that's. They did not actually have erasers or anything like that. They just sketched on something that vanished and could be light enough over time. Draftsmanship is absolutely still, something that they needed to focus on, but it's not like they just every single stroke.
Right, it was never one and done. Whenever anybody talks about Leonardo da Vinci drawing a perfect circle freehand, I'm sure he didn't do that in one go.
Oh God, no. And it's not like you can't learn to do it, but that takes an astounding amount of practice. And the reason that you would do it is not necessarily because it is a skill in and of itself. You do it because it saves time. This is the crucial thing about draftsmanship.
It's perfect. Flawless.
Like, this is the very crucial bit about draftsmanship that they don't always automatically tell you. You're not learning better draftsmanship to develop your technique or your skill most of the time. You're doing it because if you make the line correct on the first try, you don't have to redraw it 5 more times.
Yeah.
That's it. That's genuinely it.
Attention, everyone. We're getting into toes. We're getting into feet.
Oh no.
I have an important command to type.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Yes, feet.
My powers are being used for evil.
Anyway, I cheat when we come to Steve's feet. He is a lizard boy. He has 3 toes, and they're shaped kind of like pointy Doritos, and that's it.
You can see I don't like actually working in black because it's a pain in the ass. And this is also why I don't like to freehand my skeletons this way, and I only do it to save time. Because there's a lot of material I need to hawk off in the process of it. It's relatively annoying.
Like so.
If you've ever wondered how I work, this is it. This is why I've taken to using 3D models more often. I can just rasterize them and then fucking fill the image with a flat color and work from there.
There you go. That works.
Entire pose basically done. Of course, here you can take a screenshot of this and put it on your canvas. Wait, no.
Hang on. I'm gonna use snipping tool, and I'm gonna conspicuously crop around the giant ass.
Yeah, exactly.
One sec. There we go. This is what Kaki's been showing me. So you got the figure over here that she assembled via lines, and then you've got the other one that she was talking about here. This cat girl? Bunny?
It's a cat girl in a bunny suit.
Oh, within a bunny suit, of course. It is, of course, the year of the rabbit, as we know.
Yes.
In fact, I think my New Year's art may have rotated by about 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, and then like if you scroll down a little bit on that thing and look at her legs, you will see, once again, it's my goddamn triangles. They're always there. They're always there.
They are indeed always there.
And what I've actually done to make this is that I've just taken a 3D model, filled it with a flat color, used a darker color as a shadow, and then just drawn over it. But I don't draw over it like normal people do, where they just have the 3D model and turn down the opacity and draw their lines. I just straight up paint over it, because this is what I am comfortable with. It's what I have fun doing. I have tried the alternative method for many years. It made me want to hurt people.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, back when my hands weren't working, and I was mostly working in Inkscape, because I could work on that mouse, I would almost exclusively put together compositions in Design Doll, which is a fantastic piece of software. I highly recommend it if you need to do anything for like posing or composition, getting something put together before drawing it. But hang on, hold on,
yeah,
hold up,
yeah,
hang on,
yeah,
I need to snipping tool this.
Yeah.
That doesn't look right.
What doesn't look right?
That doesn't look right. That proportion does not look right. He looks like a goblin man.
Well, this is where your best friend fucking free transform, or perhaps, if you're lucky, liquefy comes in.
I don't think Pyro Alpaca has liquefy.
Well, make a selection and then free transform.
I'm so upset. I did not go into this meaning to make a goblin man.
Yeah.
How did this happen? I was so meticulous.
Let me go back so you can look at my stream again. You see how he currently looks?
Okay, what am I looking at?
Look at my guy, right? Look at the man.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the man's.
You see how he currently looks?
Yeah. Yeah, you got liquefy in CSP. It's extremely cool.
They had it in Photoshop too, but like, frankly, Liquefy just makes it so that it's less of a pain in the ass to have to redraw what you've fucked with. And it does have its limits.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Deneb. Trigun is called Trigun because the protagonist has a total of 3 guns. His signature revolver, his
You know what he looks like?
his prosthetic machine gun that is in his arm, and
Hang
the
on.
angel arm, which is contained within his body. That is why it is called Trigun.
You know what this little guy looks like? He looks like... Hang on. No, I'm going somewhere with this.
No, let's see it.
He looks like a Hopkinsville goblin.
Hopkinsville Goblin.
Do you know about the Hopkinsville goblin?
do
Goblins, plural? Pluro, yeah, that's a word. The Hopkinsville goblins were an extraterrestrial encounter in Hopkinsville, some state that I can't remember off the dome. It might have been Alabama. I don't remember. They talk about this one all the time in old UFO books. Basically, a bunch of people living on a farm. Their farm got attacked by a bunch of little goblin men who came out of a flying saucer. Like, just a straight up little 50s flying saucer with the little landing legs and shit. Landed on their farm. A bunch of goblins came out. The goblins fucked with them for like 2 days. Supposedly, they would shoot the goblin with their guns, and the goblins would then proceed to bounce around like Looney Tunes.
That rules.
Yeah, it absolutely whips.
How high was the guy who reported this?
That's the thing. The story is generally explained that they were all drunk off their asses on ye old barn moonshine, and were probably shooting at owls and missing. Owls come up a lot when you look into old UFO stories. It's actually pretty interesting. You ever seen a barn owl?
Yes.
Good, because people who haven't seen barn owls before will hear people explain like, oh, you probably saw a barn owl, and think that's bullshit. But then you see a barn owl, and no, it really does look like an alien.
It really do.
Those are some alien ass birds.
If you've seen Guardians of Ga'Hoole, that the protagonist owl, that's a barn owl.
That knocked me off my fucking feet because I have seen the Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Long time ago.
Huh? And that's a barn owl.
That was a barn owl. Very distinctive face shape. Alright, we gotta stretch the boy. I can't believe this happened. He's so proportional. He's exactly 6 heads tall. How did he become a goblin?
Well,
I don't know how this
the
happened
other
to my
ones-
darling boy.
so here's the other fun thing that I constantly have to explain to people about proportions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand how they actually work, which is to say that everything has to be relative to a different thing. You will fuck up your drawing one way or another. This is funny enough. The reason why I draw curvy pupils so often is because, and the other people in the chat will not know this, but a handful will. When I started drawing,
His
I
arms
had
are too long.
or rather, a handful of years ago, I wound up creating a character called Noda. Noda, fake name. She was supposed to be a joke character for a TTRPG we were playing. Her whole bit was that she was a cat girl with fat boobs who stole things. She was an anime character. She was supposed to be a anime joke, a dumb anime. Her introduction was a fucking magical girl thing. However, unfortunately, I got attached.
Boy, howdy, you
So,
did.
A lot of my art output for a long period of time was of my fat tits fucking bitch cat girl. And this means that a good chunk of what I was drawing was stacked up women rather than like fucking Greco-Roman figures. And so to this day,
Oh, this
not
looks so
only
bad.
is such my niche in drawing, but also I struggle with proportions of the male or the masculine chest because I'm so used to drawing tits and using them as a comparison to other parts of the body and or obscuring things like the solar plexus.
Oh, I can't believe I've done this. Goblin to my boy.
You just made his legs too long, specifically his thighs.
No, they're not. Wait, hang on. Are they? No, his arms are too long. Like, they're straight up too long.
Imagine the arms touching his sides.
Right, yeah.
Where are they landing, Cal? Draw that arc. Right now. Draw the arc.
Knees. That's not right.
The fingertips are touching the knees.
Yeah, that's not correct. Fingertips should generally be about the mid-thigh? If not higher?
Okay, very quickly, roughly sketch out that arm touching his sides.
It's the quickly that's getting me here.
Just a couple tubes and a ball, Cal.
Yeah, he's a goblin, man. He's a goblin.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't see it because if you look where those fingers are, make that arc. I genuinely, where you're currently got the his shoulders are also really stiff.
I fucked it all up again.
Well, where his wrist currently is where you want his fingertips to stop.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I was referencing the other. This is the mistake. This is where I went wrong. I should just be completely freehanding this.
I mean, I would say so. So.
Wait, is it
You know
you would or would not?
I would. That is how I go about things, unless I am deliberately trying to stick to a model, in which case, when I'm trying to stick to a model, Cal, I make everything out of very simple shapes. I mean, dredge up Shotgun's ref sheet. Alright, I put it in the new folder. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Where the fuck did I comic? No, that's thumbnails. Where did I put it?
Draw a head all of a sudden. It's just an oval.
No, that's old stuff. Twitter? No. Where did I put my fucking...
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna fucking freewheel it.
Where did I put my fucking angel lady? Jesus.
Where did you?
I don't know. Ah, there she is.
Oh, wait, this is the
this
wrong
part of it.
brush, that's why. Pixel Fucker is not supposed to be a 15 point. Pixel Fucker is my special 5-point brush.
But like,
I name some of my brushes. This one is Germa. Do you know why it's Germa?
It's rats, isn't it?
No.
Is it his face?
If I can get it to actually... Yeah, it's his face.
Beautiful.
You see it?
Yep.
When I do painting, I paint with this one. It creates a very unique texture. Anyway, no, we're using the pencil at 15 point.
Yeah, well, if you will look at my monitor, you will see Shotgun is incredibly simple, and even she is like a year old.
Oh, I remember Shotgun. She's very cool.
I have to draw Shotgun again. She is
You do.
my
She's
project
very
this
cool.
class. No, I mean literally. This is
Oh,
for class. She was developed for class, and I am once again taking that class.
oh, neat.
So
I'm
I've
excited
already-
to see future development from Shotgun.
But like, if you will look at Shotgun, I very deliberately designed her so that it was easy for me to replicate her face. She's very, very simple. So like ball peg mask, she's got a triangular jaw, right? Ears are very simple. Her eyes are very simple. A good little da 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 da.
Yeah, easy. Easy peasy.
Very easy. And then a little bit of a eye, something under. And then her nose is always just a very, very simple, easily recognizable, very easy to apply to a specific shape. The most difficult thing about Shotgun is remembering how low the brow of her eye is. I was to correct that. This is perfect. This is Shotgun. This, I made a child with Shotgun's face and I had to fix it. Same over here. Face is way too small. She has a child's face.
A 3.5 thereabouts. Let's eyeball it right about there.
You see how quickly that fixed it?
Yeah, very quickly. That is very, very striking. 1 second. Let me zoom back in. Let me snip tool that so I can put it on the stream.
And I will give you a before and after, so let me know when you've got the first.
Yep, I got the first, and let me open another snipping tool. Okay.
And now you can see what it originally looked like.
Oh, hang on. It won't let me open multiple instances of snipping tool.
Yeah, no, you've got to paste the first one.
That sucks.
Paste the first one and go
I'll
back.
paste the first one. We can delete Goblin Man.
You can delete Goblin Man?
You can delete Goblin Man. People are always talking about this. There you go. That's Shotgun. And then let me grab the 4. There we go. So you can kind of see what Kaki is talking about here. As in, and by kinda, I mean extremely. The top of the head right there. Crucial. That angle does a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, very cute. I love Shotgun.
I need to. I'll be redrawing her for it. She's not supposed to look this young. This is just what the limits of my abilities used to be.
You have indeed grown in power.
Old. Like, what's today's date? 116?
Yep, 116.
This canvas is from January 20th of last year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's, you have considerably grown in power since then.
I don't even use the brush that I used to make this that much anymore. She's still a very solid design. I love her dearly.
This is very, very good. I like her biblically accurate angel halo thing with the two interlooping halos.
Thank you. It was such a galaxy-brained idea.
It was very good. Look at this. 1 hour of stream time, and I produce a Goblin Man.
That's
like
art.
a minute of freehand. Just kind of, just totally going, just like, from the dome. Perfect twink. Can't believe it.
That's
Can't believe it.
now.
Wait, hang on. Now I think his arms are too short.
Draw the arc.
God fucking damn it. No. I think they are good. Because it goes to fingertips, which will presumably lie within this blob.
Underneath the pelvis, yes.
Underneath the pelvis, yes. Okay, good. I was worried that I had accidentally...
Scrotum.
I was... Well, that's probably a little low for that, but I was worried that
perfect.
I was worried that I had inadvertently drawn him, Mom says it's my turn to use the Xboxing.
No, you've done an
It's his turn. You need to let him have his time on the Xbox.
I do. I'm so sorry, Steve.
He wants to play Saw, the video game.
Use the goblin. God, what am I? Right, I have.
Have you been watching those?
What?
Oh, SGF is playing through that Saw Xbox game.
No, I have not watched any of Games Done Quick this year.
No. That's not game. No. Wait, how did you get Games Done Quick from SGF?
Oh, Cal, you know I'm stupid.
That's fine. I'm stupid too. No, SGF, super great friend.
No, I
Illbleed guy.
Yeah, I unfortunately have not been.
If you ever have a spare 2 hours to put something extra on your monitor, I mean, honestly, any of the stuff he puts out, but the Saw game, boy howdy, I remember that game being decent for a licensed game. I don't remember it being that goofy. The fucking mini game where you have to stick your arm into a barrel of acid to pick out a key is ridiculous.
Or
like, just flat
one layer removed of comedy, so.
It's absolutely ridiculous. The recurring theme where, like, there's just, like, different horrible objects that you have to fish keys out of. It rules. Like, it's so stupid, but it's extremely funny.
I will consider it. I do usually want to laugh a little bit while I work. See, this is the real fucking scourge of the transphobic comedian rise. I don't have anybody that I can listen to that's actually funny. I like to watch comedy specials while I work.
Yeah, that's a bit of a minefield.
I have one YouTube funny man whose editing is consistent. I've got two. One does Fire Emblem shit now. He was a fucking gold mine when I found him. I had no idea it was possible to make Fire Emblem entertaining. You know? I could not believe someone actually found a way.
So yeah, there you go. You just got to put your mind to it.
Yeah, and actually be funny. There are many who try and fail at this, I'm afraid.
It's hard to be funny.
Also, it's
a
Fire
struggle.
Emblem, so it's full of freaks.
There's also that. I'm sure people are very normal in the comments of those.
In his, yes, but that is because he is a normal person. In other things, no. Every day. It's so funny. It's so funny, actually. I was talking to Den about this the other day. I have interacted. Apparently there's a shitload of like discourse ever since Fire Emblem Three Houses, right? And it's just been horrible, and people hate it because it's just non-stop discourse over a game that's been out for years at this point.
Yeah.
Right? And I did not know this because I never touched Three Houses, right? I've never touched Three Houses. I saw Edelgard and I was just like, no. I'm not kidding. That's literally what happened. I was super excited for the teaser trailer. I saw Edelgard von Reisvelger embarrassed to the Adrestian Empire, and I was just like, I'm not not playing this game.
Yeah, fair. I have dismissed better games for more spurious reasons than that. You are completely within your rights.
It's like, Harris to the... Oh, and she's got... Oh, no. This is Weiss Schnee. And I was just like, nope, I'm not going to do that. And
white woman spotted.
Literally. The specific kind of white woman that white woman defenders log on for.
Oh, you know, I remember a very specific conversation where you told a very specific person that, and they proceeded to immediately prove your point.
That's the one time I've interacted with a Fire Emblem Three Houses fan, Cal. That's the one. I'm
going to tell you a secret right now, Khaki. I'm going to tell you a secret. Yeah. She never played the game. Consumed fan content exclusively.
I know.
Not to like denigrate that or anything. There's, Lord knows, there's plenty of stuff I absorb entirely through fan content. But it's just very funny how hard in the paint she went for Blorbo from her shows. Her poor little Meow Meow.
So Cal, you remember how I've been telling you how I found a new kind of girl in a different server recently?
I dimly recall this.
So this person, I thought they were a new kind of girl at first, but you know what I realized, Cal? And I realized this because I have not had to interact with this person yet, because I have not, well, Cal, I've not had to deal with people with horrible taste so far when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV, right? There's kind of been a universal agreement on certain things, and I refuse to get invested in any fandom whatsoever enough to ever care or hear about people who do care about this
is
shit, that
fair.
sort of regard.
God, I feel like I've drawn Steve's eyes good once, and I've just never gotten them right again.
What I eventually figured out, Cal, is that this was not a new kind of girl. This was a very familiar kind of girl, and I just did not recognize the signs because I've spent so long avoiding these people like the plague. Cal, this is a white woman fetishist, as I have taken to call it.
No. Oh no, Khaki.
This is a Lee Stan.
Khaki. How did you find this person?
It was not me who brought them hither, okay?
Oh,
This is someone else's server, and someone in there invited them. And dear God, dear Lord, I don't even remember who it was. I'm almost certain that if it's who I think it is, it will make perfect sense. But like, I genuinely, God, who invited? I'm pretty sure they said who invited them when they hopped in. It's old. Yep. Yep. It's exactly who I thought it was who invited them.
I noticed something. Look at Steve. Look at Steve's face. Watch what happens when I make the top lines disappear. He becomes fucking... Oh, what's his name? The elf guy from Lord of the Rings with the long hair.
I've been noticing this the whole time.
He looks like he's about to give the quest to destroy the One Ring. Listen, I asked for this when I gave him pointy ears. I considered getting rid of the pointy ears at some point, and I did not because I'm not a coward.
But yeah, no, I checked. There's 2 Lease fans, 2 Stormblood enjoyers in this chat. This one was invited by the other.
There's nothing wrong
You know what makes it
with enjoying
funnier?
Stormblood, but there
You know
is
what makes it funnier, Cal?
what?
One night I came in and I was like, yeah, no, I just got done talking about Ruby. I loved that fucking show. And the first thing out of that person's mouth was, funny, I've been watching Ruby for years. I'm all the way caught up to the current season. I don't know what you have a problem with. Would you mind talking about it? And I was like, oh, you're the devil. You're the devil. I knew that exact tone of voice. I was like, oh, you like Weiss Schnee, don't you?
Oh no. Called shot from the grassy knoll.
Now, if you were a normal person or if you knew anything about that show or fandom, you might think, well, why would it have to be Weiss? Why would it not be someone like the most dominant ship in that fandom is between the characters Blake and Yang. They've been queer baiting that for years.
Yep, I've heard about that.
Wait. And I will retain that they're queer baiting it because, let's be honest, Cal, even if Rooster Teeth wasn't about to go under, they'd have never confirmed that. But specifically, the reason I can tell it was a Weiss fan is because they always get a specific kind of defensive, in which they can't imagine any possible flaw. Is the key thing, because Cal, I've told you, Ruby is a show that is racist to its bones.
Yeah.
And so if they've never been able to find a flaw in it, it means specifically everything Weiss does in the early volumes has to go entirely over their head. Or they have to be capable of justifying it, ergo, they have to be a Weiss fan. It is an unfortunate calculus I am very quick and able to make. And then I spoke about it with Adelaide in secret, and she was like, but I have friends who are fans of it. She's a fan. And I was just like, yeah, I know, I could tell. It's instant. The white woman enjoyers, they're the same to a fucking man. Or a woman, I guess, in this case. I have never met a man, trans or cis, that likes these bitches. Not once. I'm so serious. Yeah, no,
I'm very happy with this hand. It's currently behind my art showcase, but I'm very happy with it. It's probably too small.
Perhaps, but still. God, why am I drawing this random motherfucker? Why am I drawing this random dude? I need to be fucking concepting out a shotgun.
That's his strong hand.
That's his strong hand.
Now we're gonna beef this up.
Yeah, no, like I said, my comic project is Shotgun, which means I need to be drawing for Shotgun.
Hey, how big is a hand supposed to be? Like, you're supposed to, like, it covers your face, right?
Are you covering your face with your hand?
Were you able to hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just making sure. Take the base of your hand, right? Where your wrist meets your hand.
Yeah.
Put it to the base of your chin.
Yeah.
Now, where are your fingertips then?
Like, right at the top of my hairline. Or the bottom of my hairline.
So that means that hand should reach the top of his hairline if it was put at the base of his chin. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to select and marquee it. You're going to copy it. You're going to paste it onto a new layer. And then you're going to measure that way. But nope. Overlay it.
Like that.
Put the hand on the face. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's the right size right there.
There you go. That's how you do it. Art is just finding out that, like, if you touch yourself in a certain way, suddenly drawing makes sense.
Seems like. Okay, now this is his strong hand. Symmetry is a fucking scam, let me tell you.
Ain't it, though? There's one thing I wish I
damn it!
in Clip Studio. Oh, God. There's one thing I wish I had in Clip Studio Paint. It was... It'd be the ability to draw straight lines without having to... There's a thing you can do, which is if you put down a mark and then hold shift, you can make a straight line between it, but that makes a solid black line. I don't want that. I want... Because it removes all the texture of said line.
Yep.
And all of my brushes are textured.
Yeah.
I wish I could do what I wind up having to do is... where's my... Oh, I haven't hit control R properly, I guess.
You know, it might help if I put
guide.
symmetry on before doing this.
It's so annoying. Because it always makes a new layer. I have to pull up a guide, actually. It's so incredibly annoying. I have to tell it to stop making new layers whenever I pull off a ruler. That ain't it. But that's how I have to make my straight lines. It's annoying.
Yeah, we all gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, that's a decent enough man. I can come back to that later, who knows? His anatomy's fucked up. I don't think his belly button should be that low. I haven't given him pecs yet. I'm too used to drawing tits.
It is difficult to guess where things like that go.
Oh, no, not for me. I know where it's supposed to go. I just don't feel like having to carve it out right now. See, like, this isn't... Here's the thing about me and drawing, Cal. It's not that I can't, it's that I'd rather not because it takes too fucking long.
Yeah, mood.
And that is 90% of my goddamn art woes. I have a million things I'd like to do and not enough time or energy to get through them all.
Oh, buddy, tell me about it.
And I have a lot of shit to do. I have been exhausted all day because I have been doing so much shit, Cal.
I believe it.
Thank God that my recent commission with Prokopets is over, because I just wanted it to be over and out of my hair so I can go do other things and not have to think about it.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure he's gonna cook up 10 more mini RPGs that he'll need art for.
Oh, cook up.
Oh, he's already got those in the pipe, I'm sure.
Yes, I know for a fact. Starfall is the first of like 10 that are already finished and just need to be fucking prepared for sale.
Yeah. But hey,
yeah, see, I've
job security
to the man.
Oh yeah, he's very prolific. I admire his ability to do
I
things.
hate actually sketching with my pencil brush, if I don't make it small enough. This is why my old sketchbook, I used to have this set at a very low brush size. If I don't make it small enough, you see how fucking big these lines are, and then I've got to cut them out.
Yeah, you gotta kind of cut them down. Yeah, no, I start by doing my base sketches with a larger brush, and then I just do a smaller one over it usually. Usually when I'm like inking. Straight line circle tools and shortcuts including software.
You are correct. However,
oh yeah, that is true.
I have very limited desk real estate. My tablet takes up over half of my very small desk. I am a student. I live in a dorm. My chair is at the door of my bedroom. I do not have a lot of real estate for keeping all of my shit around. I keep a small bag actually with everything I use. All my pens and colored pencils, special leads and lead holders, and a 12-inch steel ruler with a foam backside that is anti-stop.
I'm glad you said something though, because I'm glad you said something though, because did you hear that popping noise?
No.
That was me realizing I hadn't moved in like 45 minutes, and I got up for a second. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, no. I have very limited real estate, and in general, the reason I like digital more than traditional, aside from actually being able to erase shit, is that I don't have to have a million fucking things in order to do the stuff I want. There's one other medium I've actually really enjoyed. Oh, hello. Hello,
Hey,
Vapor
Vapor Skull. Howdy. How's it going?
What are your pronouns? My goodness. But like, I was just explaining why I don't like having to use traditional materials as I draw. It's a pain in the ass to keep them all around and have to constantly pick them up.
Yeah, that's the thing about traditional tools. You got to have a place to keep them. It's rough.
There are a lot of artists who will use special tools or like rig up their controllers to do stuff. In my software, I use my entire keyboard, and every other key can do like 3 things, and I'm constantly alternating between them. My left hand actually goes on my mouse. I'm constantly shifting between it and my keyboard. I don't want to have to get up or do too much in order to draw.
Yeah, one of these days I gotta actually figure out like all of the key shortcuts in Fire Alpaca. I know they exist, I just don't remember them most of the time. Art is going pretty good. I'm gonna show you something real special though. This is our second attempt. Our first attempt, we kind of created a Hopkinsville goblin. We made a goblin man.
You made a goblin man.
He's a goblin. Like, I didn't intend to draw a goblin, but he just is one. His arms are too long. He's got stubby legs. He straight up looks like the Hopkinsville goblin. Anyway, we unpersoned him and made this new one. This is supposed to be... yes, we unpersoned him. This is supposed to be... You see that bobblehead of it? Yeah, he looks kind of like a Skrull. It's not what I was going for. You can see the bobblehead over there. It's supposed to be Steve we're drawing now. He is very skinny. He is very short. Yes, with 3 S's. It's Steve, like so.
Yes.
He's one of my favorites to draw. Or at least he was before we started focusing on like proportions and consistency, and now there's only pain.
Cal does this for a hobby. He has not built the habits into him.
I did at one point, but then my hands stopped working. Yes,
this is true. Cal, I always forget you were like a actual fucking name in webcomics for a time.
Shh. Shh. I left that life behind.
Hey, I understand. My apologies, sir. Yeah, no, Cal has left that life behind. I, his co-pilot, am unfortunately barreling headfirst into it. I am an actual art student. I am a sequential art major at a school that I will not mention because the last time somebody trashed it publicly and left their S&S out, they faced a lawsuit.
Yeah, that seems about right for them.
Fuck that school.
Oh, nice. Everybody's getting tablets. Sweet.
Hey.
Congrats.
Very nice, very fun. Can I ask what model it was and how you're enjoying it?
I'm always curious to hear that. I keep thinking I ought to get one of them screen tablets, but the N2S4, I'm probably going to be using this thing till it completely dies.
It honestly comes down to comfortability for me. Like, I like my fucking...
No worries.
Oh, wow. Well, don't forget to break it in at some point. No point in having a gift you never use.
I love this though. Everybody's getting into art.
I love that everybody's getting into art as a hobby.
Yes.
I would not recommend. One of us
As
is
an
already burned
industry, it's a bad
out.
time.
The other one is, listen, just don't do it, okay?
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
I think we've actually finished The Boy. Like,
Oh, shit.
mostly finished The Boy.
You finished The Boy, Cal.
Hang on, I need to
It's a
unfocus.
Huion. I used to own a Huion. It was my go-to for a very long time. I had 2 Huions,
Huion.
actually.
I think that's the one Spirit got.
Neither of them were screen tablets, however. Currently, I work on an XB Pen Innovator. It is a screen tablet. It's very nice and affordable. But both of the Huions I got were graphic tablets. They were very good, faithful. They served me for many years.
Yeah,
And the smaller one traveled with me all over America. Holy shit, did I actually draw those abs that well? That never goes that way.
Oop, hang on, let me switch over here. Oh yeah, those are... Damn, hold still. I got a snip tool that.
That never goes well. Ares finally paying off.
Yeah, you're getting that practice in. Let's go ahead and there you go. Those are some powerful abs. Good shit. I could never quite figure these out. I tried really hard on that one drawing of Valder, and I'm not happy with it.
Ken Wolf, I'm going to tell you something that I tell my friend very often, and not this one, it is a different lady. You cannot get into art with a mind towards creating a finished product. That's
Yeah,
the
no,
Joker's
you'll...
trick. That's the devil talking in your ear. That is the capitalist mindset burning into your brain. If you make art, you have to be able to do it just to enjoy the process of it. I have art that I would never show anybody that's dog shit. And until I started drawing a character that I just had fun learning how to draw, I was very stagnant for a very long time. I was joking about my fat tits cat girl earlier, but I'm very dead ass. Yes, Calidor's Vaporwave.
Oh, I love Vaporwave. Big Vaporwave enjoyer here.
Wow,
I know there are people...
Vaporwave? How could I have guessed?
I know there are people out there who will say that Vaporwave is a dead genre, and let me tell you, it is...
They're lying.
It is not.
You're listening to Macro Blank right now.
We are literally listening to Macro Blank right now. Vaporwave is alive and well.
But,
That's a nice emote. Let's see.
that's Koo's emote. That's Koo's, isn't it?
Oomst?
I think that's
that's
Koo's
Vapor's
emote. Oh, that's theirs. Oh, damn.
Yes. Nice.
Oh, fuck, that rules.
And let me bring up... One sec.
Sorry about that.
We are...
Someone else. That's a very good emote.
We are currently listening to... Let me grab it from here. We're listening to the Vaporfunk Station 24/7 from Krelez on YouTube. Let me grab the link. Just paste that right here.
Yeah, no, to,
And let's see if that actually shows up in chat. Yes, it does. Excellent. That is
continue
going more or
describing.
less 24/7. Anytime I'm streaming, I'm usually either playing that, or if it's down, I have a collection of stuff from Malibu and a couple others, like a big mix. Oh, nice. I love Future Funk. I used to have a station that played a lot more Future Funk, but it went down. I used to play it on the speakers at work.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened to it. And there was another Vaporwave station we used to listen to more often too, Vapor FM, which is technically still going, but the security certificate expired, so the stream doesn't work. You can still watch it on the website, but there's a visualizer that is very graphics intensive. Although now that I got this new PC, I could probably just put it in another tab.
Yo.
Is that playlist on YouTube or Spotify or? Oh, Vapor Memory. Sounds familiar.
Al, I'm sending you some things so that you can,
Nice.
so that you can show everybody examples of what I am about to describe to them.
Oh, what do we got?
I was talking about how you have to learn to find what you enjoy drawing, and that will go a very long way. So if you will put those two things up.
Lost the taste for it, if you will. No longer find it fun. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
I've been there with a couple of other hobbies. It's never a good time, especially because, and I apologize for us getting into it a little bit. Anytime you say that you've fallen out of something, everyone's instant reply really is just, "Oh, but you should try to get back into it." So, sorry about that. It really do be like that sometimes. Sometimes, spark isn't there.
Do not take what I'm about to say as preaching so much as advice that I'm passing off as someone who made a very large investment and then had to rapidly figure out how to make themselves not hate themselves for it.
One of Kaki's finished pieces.
This is the sort of stuff I like to draw now. Cal, post the older thing.
It's a dragon. And a man.
This is the sort of stuff I used to draw. I have a lot of Yo-Yo Shinari art books. I was a very big Gurren Lagann fan, very big Studio Trigger fan. And so what I thought I was going to do when I got into art was teach myself how to draw like him and draw all of that sort of stuff. I won't say I hated it, but it wasn't fun learning how. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of draftsmanship that was just a pain in the ass to try to pick up. Thank you.
No problem.
But like, there was just a lot of work that would go into this, which is still ostensibly a sketch, that just wasn't fun, as opposed to, you know, what I currently draw, which is curvy cat women.
Yeah.
One of them was what I felt was appropriate and would get me a job and do all this sort of stuff, and I had to, and I didn't necessarily hate the finished result. I still want to go back to trying to draw it now that I found other things that I find fun doing, but drawing is learning how to see and do things. And if you don't have a way to make that fun, you will hate it instantly. Back in the day, I used to draw all the time because I felt like I had to get better. It'll look better when I'm better, and once it is better, I'll enjoy it again. And that is a process that gets you burnt out very quickly.
Yeah, there really is no, like, a geometric improval process, unfortunately.
Once I found something I actually enjoy drawing, which is to say, a fat city cat girl that I really liked.
Hey, everybody's got their thing that they enjoy drawing. You enjoy the fat titty cat girls. I love the little lizard twink boys.
And it's all I draw. Or I shouldn't say it's all I draw. I draw a lot of shit. I'm technically a professional freelance illustrator. I just got done with what was ostensibly a graphic design project.
I think it came out very well.
But like, I would not have been able to get to that point if I didn't have a different thing that I enjoy drawing. And because I really, really enjoy it, I'm capable of doing it like all the time. I'm always thinking about drawing. Even when I'm not drawing or I'm drawing something else, I'm thinking, God, I really want to draw my fat titty cat girl. At this very second, that is actually what I am thinking. Because I'm now reminding myself that she exists and that I enjoy drawing her.
Yeah, comfort character kind of thing. I have a question to put to you all. I need to The thing is, okay, first off, this is totally separate. The thing is, I want to put on the full magenta to draw, but I know that is painful to look at, so I'm not doing that. That's what all my
squad colors.
This is the thing. My colors here for sketching, blue, green, and pink, those all pop against magenta. It's just, it works. Anyway, but I was gonna put a question to y'all since I'm using this kind of as an opportunity to revise some parts of the character. Steve has a pattern of scoots on him. Essentially, he's got regular scales, and then he's got kind of like a snake belly that amusingly follows the pattern of like a halter top a little bit. It's got like down the neck like so. And then down to the belly and the thighs, where it just kind of stops. And then it goes on to his tail as well. And I have been thinking about changing that up somewhat, although I don't really know what I would do. I kind of want to put it on the underside of his arms, too. But then I can't really figure out a good way to have that connect while still having the scales on the shoulders. I was kind of thinking something like this, because I would want it to, if you think about why a snake has scoots like that, they're like on the underbelly, it's for gripping the ground, it's how they move, and Steve's supposed to be like Snake Boy. And I was thinking for like the palms of the hands and the bottoms of the feet might have scoots on them, for that sort of purpose, but don't quite know how to get this to like follow or track. Like this one right here, going to about the armpit here, and then onto the... See, what I'm doing here is I'm making work for myself, is what I'm doing.
Well, yes, but that is all art ever is.
It really is the thing. This is exactly what happened when I designed that other character, the horrible biomechanical one. In fact, let me pull up their art right now. Benevolence, yes. My poor little Meow Meow, my favorite little war criminal. Where is their... I was about to say their least offensive artwork, but then I don't think I've actually drawn anything not safe for work of them.
Not yet, no.
I mean, that depends on how not safe for work you find this. Actually, very, very little. But as you can see, they are covered in horrible biomechanical ports. And after adding every single one of them, I remarked to myself as I was working, hey, do I really want to draw this every time? And the answer was no, and yet I was compelled to add more and more until they were completely covered with them. So it really do be like that. Follow the collarbone to the shoulder and round below to the... You know, that's actually a really good point. I hadn't even considered the collarbone.
If I couldn't abstract airy scars into, like, just pure black markings, I think I'd kill myself.
Right, like collarbone here, and then around to the armpit. Below the armpit. Like
Speaking
that.
of reasons I should end myself, why did I give Shotgun a big-ass shotgun with a cross on it?
Because it's sick?
Yeah, but now I have to fucking draw it.
Yeah, it do be like that, unfortunately. Okay, I do like this, because this follows the throat rather than the entire neck. So you still got scales here. And it goes down the front. And then following the collarbone, let me put this underneath here. That curve feels unnatural, though, because of the way that muscle goes. There's not a lot of definition here, because it's Steve, of course. The muscle is kind of round like this. So then it would still go at kind of an angle. Like so, maybe. And then a little lower on the arm. Maybe.
Hey, Cal, look at my screen real quick.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. One sec. Oh, fuck off. God damn it. I Can't believe you've done this. Can't believe you would give your own friend the spicy Amogus. Terrible.
But if not my friends, then who?
Yeah, fair enough.
Don't worry, you'll get me back in due time.
Yeah, probably. I'll figure something out.
I'm almost certain this was revenge for you actually doing it to me a different time.
I did get you with the Amogus about an hour ago.
Exactly. Exactly. God, now I have to freehand the shotgun cow. Did you know that? I have to freehand the shotgun.
I suspected something like that.
I've never drawn a gun. Well, this is a lie. I've drawn Notice Giselle, but that's the only one.
I'm gonna tell you a secret about drawing guns.
Yeah?
You may think that it requires a lot of, like, precision or reference, and no.
Al, before you say this, remember who you're speaking to.
Ah, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Just before you go into the... It doesn't have to. You can just remember the bitch you're talking to.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right about that, because I also try to freehand everything, but I still looked up reference for the P90 when I was doing another Art of Benevolence. Even though Benevolence's P90 is a crab, I still had to look up reference.
Exactly. And as you already know, well, no, it's not to say I don't freehand anything, but I always keep reference. If I'm not using reference, it is just me aimlessly doing stuff, and I try not to. At least not when I have an actual project. This is another one of those moments of, this is how I relax, and I am constantly doing this. Even, it's not like I don't play video games or anything else, so much as it is, I am always drawing.
That's true.
Always.
That is the thing I know about you. I'm rotating Steve in my mind.
Okay, I have a very cool looking shotgun as reference. I'm going to paste this motherfucker into here.
I think I'm gonna skip the arms.
Photo bash the shit.
I'm gonna skip the arms, if only because putting scoots on the underside of the arms, I'm realizing would necessitate they would need to be on his sides as well, which I guess could taper with the line. Actually, that might work. Hang on.
Might work.
Hang on. Because it does sort of follow, like, where his abs would be if he ever did a sit-up in his life. Actually, wait a minute. Steve's a pole dancer. Shouldn't he be jacked?
He should be jacked as shit, cow. He should be toned.
Oh my god, I've been drawing him for fucking years and I never thought about this.
Now, you understand we didn't bring it up because we thought it was funnier this way, right? That he was
It's fine. I lied anyway. I haven't been drawing him for years.
How long has... Wait, no. If he's been around since we started Band Game, then yeah, you've been drawing him for at least, at a minimum, a year and a half.
Huh. Yeah, I guess that does count, actually. Technically, he was an NPC in a game before that, but was not nearly as important. All right, well, I'm gonna invoke the xenobiology defense here. He's also an alien.
Exactly.
He's like 3/4 like some kind of lizard and like 25% cat boy. I think we decided at one point.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say that he is very skinny. He has a lot of core strength.
He's a lizard.
Because he's like...
They can all do the curl into a ball technique.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the really fucking chubby ones can just roll on up.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got that going for him.
Well, that reminds me. You know what I talked to Adelaide about drawing today?
What?
You know the fucking old school Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 9 and 11 type wizards, right? Like the black mages.
Those are the ones where it's just like you got a hat and then you got some eyes underneath the hat.
Yep.
I am familiar with these.
talking about drawing Paisley Pudge like that.
Oh,
If
that'd be cute.
if anyone would wrestle like me, it'd be her. I gotta draw the wizard. I've got to draw the chubby wizard lizard.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be very cute.
Yeah, she is cute.
Very.
Now, technically, we're not allowed to trace over stuff. However, I'm not tracing. I'm photo bashing. I'm doing it paint over.
Yeah.
Also, this is...
Nah, I'm skipping the arms. It was a beautiful dream, but I think in practice, it is less useful to the construction of the arms than the scales I usually draw. Something like that.
What if it was what if it had a lever? What if it was lever action and inside of the lever there was a cross?
That sounds pretty sick. It sounds like something you see on like Trigun. Did you know they call it Trigun because he has 3 guns? I heard that somewhere. Okay, yeah, and then these sort of follow in the center.
Why has that become the new joke? Why has
What?
that become the new me joke? Why is it? Why has Trigun become that?
Well, because the joke is that when you summarize an anime that simply, it's usually a joke or made up, but it is Trigun because he has 3 guns.
It is Trigun because he has 3 guns.
Did you know if you press A in Mario, he jumps? I did not know that. We're learning a lot tonight.
My God. We are learning a whole fuck. Oh my God, I didn't realize how small this is.
And the reason that it's
I
become the
fix-
new new gag is because you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Because otherwise,
gotta
what else are
laugh.
you gonna do?
Be miserable.
Yeah, precisely.
I'm for those not aware, I'm the big Trigun fan among our fan group, and I'm not very happy with the new Trigun.
Among Us?
Shut up and die. God damn you. I knew you'd get me back. I knew you would.
I said I would.
Uh-huh. I said you would too, you fuck. I am the big Trigun fan in our friend group. I am not having fun with the new Trigun. I am effectively been hate watching it. It has been making me very, very upset because Trigun is basically an... I'm only gonna say this half jokingly. Trigun is probably a fairly large part of my personality.
Something as simple as that compared to the paragraph long time. Yeah, there's an art to those, and a lot of them don't quite work. Honestly, I've seen some of those manga titles that are not nearly as artful or funny as the...
No, here's the
What
thing
is
you
that?
have to keep in mind.
What's that
they're not-
Twitter account?
They're not manga or even anime titles. They're light novel titles. I don't know why light novels do this. I've seen explanation posts for them before, but it's like I don't care. It's so dumb. Why? Is it just a bit? Is this a bit that every other fucking artist in Japan has been on for like the last 10 years? Or what? I don't know. I don't remember who started the trend, but I know that's where it comes from.
Yeah, I forgot that was specifically light novels.
Wow. What a fucking loser. You didn't know this esoteric lore about fucking Japanese cartoons and comic books?
No, I
Fucking
didn't.
loser.
I know,
Fucking
right?
loser, Cal.
I can't believe I didn't know that one specific esoterica.
You should feel ashamed.
I do feel ashamed because I feel like I've drawn Steve's like sideburn bangles correctly exactly one time, and I've just never gotten it back.
You said this about his eyes earlier, and then proceeded to make his eyes look right.
I know, this is my secret shame. I feel like I've drawn every individual thing correctly once, exactly once, and everything else has just been a copy of a copy.
Let you in on a secret.
What?
That's every artist.
Ah, fuck, yeah, you're right. I know. I know.
You think I feel like I have drawn fucking any of my characters correctly?
Yeah, when you put it like that, I suppose.
Listen, drawing on model is a skill, and the more shit that goes into their proportions, the harder it gets. You know who I could draw on model, Cal?
Who?
The fucking Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is a skill, though. Drawing on model is a skill. And I should have... What the fuck was the punchline to this joke? Mother of God. I was gonna say I should have been at elf practice. And that's not a joke. What? Sometimes my brain just spits shit out like this. I don't... Just free association in there.
Well, Cal, you have ADHD, so...
Do I?
Let's be real. Let's be real, Cal. If you said, and I should have been at elf practice, do you think I would or wouldn't have laughed?
I don't know. I don't know. Because that's a meme that was going around.
Yes, but you led into it so fucking smoothly. Like, give yourself some grace here, sir. I was not prepared for, and this is why I should have been at elf practice. I would have heard you say that and just gone, God fucking damn you, Cal, as you snickered or some shit. Come on, come on.
I've been trying so hard lately to not just, like, regurgitate just internet miasma.
Cal, let's be real.
It's just all rattling around in there. I'm trying not to turn into that guy from that one Star Trek episode.
Listen. The reason
Shaka when the walls fell.
The reason why we do this is because we just repeat the first thing that comes to mind. You and I just happen to spend an unhealthy amount of time on the internet.
It do be like that. Okay, and then he's got the ponytail somewhere back here. It's not on one side or the other, it's directly on the back, so it wouldn't be visible from the front. You know, every so often you say, oh, that's because you have ADHD, and every single time I'm like, I don't think that's correct. But then I do shit like go on a complete tangent and then completely forget what we were talking about.
You do it a lot, Cal.
Man, they tried
I find
to...
it incredibly funny that you're like, I don't think that's true. Like,
they tried...
The gamut.
They tried to medicate me for ADHD, and it didn't work. Which I always took to mean that I don't have it. It could just be that. It could just be that. Alright.
Remember your fucking autism score, Cal.
I'm wary of giving too much credence to internet tests.
But that was a legitimate medical test, Cal.
It was on the internet. You can't trust anything on the internet. I'm on the internet. You can't trust me.
You can't. But if you can't trust anything, then how are you ever going to know anything? Or however the fuck that goes.
What?
It's something. If you can't trust anything, then how do you know to trust yourself or something like that?
I think they said that in Dark Star. When they were trying to negotiate the bomb into not exploding.
Wild.
Did we ever watch that?
We have not.
We should watch Dark Star at some point in the Discord. That is one of the movies of all time.
Is it?
Before they made Alien, most of the guys who made Alien just made different Alien. And they called it Dark Star.
That sounds about right. If I was one of the people making Alien, I'd want to make Alien, and if I couldn't make Alien, that'd be how I coped.
Look at this. Goblin. Twink. Goblin.
You really did make a goblin.
Twink. I cannot believe how bad I fucked that up.
I can.
Fair enough.
Just in that. That's every artist, sir.
All right. So now that it's been 2.5 hours and we have the front view, now we simply need to spend the next 2.5 hours drawing the back view. Easy.
Yay!
No, actually, I think I might call it. Let me see. What time is it? Let me check my phone. Oh, yeah, no, it's only like 9:20-ish. Do I have anything I wanted to do other than this? Oh, yes, actually I do. Yeah, I think, let's see, yeah, 2:20-ish. Yeah, I think we'll call it from here, because, like, this is going to be a pretty packed week for streaming. I put up my schedule before going live, about half an hour before going live, as I like to do sometimes. And I am planning to do 4 total streams this week, which is 100% more than I normally do. Tomorrow and Thursday, I've got some, like, I have a couple things in the pipe that I've been working on for a while, and fingers crossed, one of them will be ready. It'll be interesting. It'll be something we haven't played on stream yet. And then on Friday, I'm going back into speedrun practice. We're going to get back to 2002 action video game classic Das Ding, The Thing for American audiences. And I'm going to try and get back in the swing of speedrunning that. We managed to get down to about 45 minutes-ish for a single run until we had some very serious recurring problems in one particular level, but I'm confident we can overcome that. So let me save this, save that stuff here, and pop over into the cabin. Here we go. Hey, look at that. I didn't press the wrong button even once. Thanks everyone for stopping by. This has been a lot of fun. I'm happy with what we've produced so far. We will be getting back to this. I think I mentioned earlier I was thinking of getting back into Blender, and you know what occurs to me? You know what you can do you know what you can do with a turnaround like this? You can just model that. Yeah, I think we might make the boy 3D. I think this might be our ongoing project.
Now, if you go back to 3D, I'm going to make you do so much shit. I'll pay you for real.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a rough go because the last time I was really into 3D, I was just making hard surface stuff, like spaceships. Steve is not a hard surface most of the time, anyway. So this will be a journey. I'm stretching. All right, let's have a look-see here. Who do we want to drop in on? Is there anybody streaming? I say rhetorically. I know there are several people streaming.
On the planet, actually. There's only a few.
Oh yes, many of them. Let's see. Spirit was here earlier. We can drop in on him. Yeah, let's do that. If I can actually type this correctly. He's playing Outer Wilds. I remember that game. That was a lot of fun. Alright, let me set that to go. If I remember how any of this works. Hang on, did that? No. He's freaking...
Such an old man.
I am. It's, what if old man got cell phone?
That'd be you.
It'd
What
be
if
me.
the old man did get cell phone though? What if the old man got a cell phone? Didn't he get a cell phone and not know how the fuck to use it?
I do recall him getting a cell phone in the game and not knowing how to use it.
God, I miss the old man.
Okay. There we go. All right, that's the right button. That's the button we want to press.
That is the button.
Fantastic. Wow, that countdown's going down really, really fast. Hey, so long, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, God. It's go... Oh, wait. Oh. It scared me so bad. The countdown went down so quickly. Okay. Yeah, no. Thanks for coming by, everybody. We're going to do more art streams in the future. I really enjoyed that. We're going to do, as mentioned, more streams this week, etc., etc. Let me push this really cool button that actually works now. Always, always remember the brave sacrifice of USS Voyager's Hazard Team. Oh wow, a lot of new followers since last time. Thanks to everyone for who joined and followed. We'll see you around. Drive safe.
Alright, now we're disconnected. Yay. Yeah. It's the other one. How are you doing, sir? Hello?
Hi.
Okay, there you are. I was like, hey. Sometimes you think you put all the lines in the right place, but what you've actually done is create a goblin. It was very nice to hang out, Cal.
Oh yes. Yes, likewise. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. It's been fun to hang out in voice on streams and whatnot, so I've been trying to do it a lot more recently. I like having someone to bounce off in real time.
It's fun in that way, but also for me.
Yeah?
Remember, this is like the one time a day I speak to another human being.
Gotta be packed in a week. Gonna be packed in a week, though? Oh.
This may sound unhealthy, however, remember, I have no other friends.
Oh, hey, is my stream still going?
I hope not. I mean, it immediately
I think it's sound alert,
kicked us over.
which does mean
I apparently be streaming to 0 people.
but